You're already probably good at relationships. You're probably already really strong at relationships. You're probably pretty intuitive. You probably have a very high emotional intelligence, and that's amazing for people. But when it comes to the physical world, if you're not logical, it's really, really hard to get ahead because this world is set up in a logical way, not necessarily an emotional way.
So this is positive influence only, okay? So when we say sales, we mean positive influence. The first step is gather information. What do you value? It's not about what I care about. How do I connect this book to what Kevin cares about?
Next Level Nation, welcome back to another episode of Next Level University, where we help you level up your life, your love, your health, and your wealth. Today, for episode number 1764, the 2 best books we've ever read and why you should read them. I went on a, don't give it away yet. Well, most people can't see it, so it doesn't matter. I went on a podcast recently, Alan, and I think it was, I don't remember the name of it, but it was, the whole premise of the podcast was, I want to talk about a book that you have read that has impacted you and that has changed your life the most. And anytime...
Love it.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really, really good podcast. Shout out to John. John was the host. Anytime somebody asks me for book recommendations, I always recommend this book because I don't know, I believe it's changed my life internally more than any other book. Maybe not externally with tactics and that type of stuff, but...
When we gave a book away for free at Next Level Live, we do a raffle.
Yes.
And this was Kevin and I picked our favorite books.
And yours
and mine has since changed.
Yes.
Yours has stayed the same.
Mine is the same. So the book that I would recommend to each and every person watching or listening, even if you've read it, it's always worth a reread, is Mindset by Carol Dweck. And going to the point that you made about something philosophical that I said, when you are wrong about one thing, you're wrong about everything. And is it that simple? No, but just let's go with it. If you're wrong about the fact that you can't grow, everything in life becomes less possible for you. And mindset is all about the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. And I had a very, very, very fixed mindset at the very beginning of this journey. Alan suggested a book to me one time, and I said, dude, what's the point? I don't get it. And I wasn't being facetious. I was genuinely serious. I don't understand. What is the point of reading this book? I didn't understand how malleable my brain was. I didn't realize how much I could change. I didn't realize how much I could shift. I didn't realize failure isn't really failure if you keep going. I didn't understand how much I was being controlled by a fixed mindset. And I didn't know what it was like to have a growth mindset. So, again, we're not getting any money for sponsoring either of these. It's just one of the most valuable books I've ever read. It's simple. It's not super heavy, but it is a concept that if you have a fixed mindset, it can really help you become aware and then shift that. Why are you smirking?
Because I'm about to challenge you live.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Live at Next Level University, the one and only Kevin Palmieri comes in.
Yes.
Weighing in at 177 pounds.
6 pounds, thank you so much.
176 pounds. Coming in at 5 foot.
Depends on the day. Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
And a half. He is going to sell this book. This was your idea, not mine. Sell this book to someone with a fixed mindset.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Sell this to old Kevin, who was like, what's the point? Why would I read books?
Goodness. If you really enjoy believing that you are not capable of anything, and the way you are today is the way you're going to be stuck forever, you shouldn't read this book. You should probably skip this book and go find a book on how to accomplish all your goals in 3 easy steps. But if you're fed up with beating yourself up because you don't think you can grow and you don't think you can evolve and you think you're afraid to be stuck where you are today forever, I genuinely think this book will change your life. I think it's super easy to read. You're not going to feel like an idiot when you're reading it. There are so many good, simple examples of people that are super successful, but not fulfilled that had fixed mindsets. And you don't want that. You don't want to end up where they are. And there's a ton of examples of people who have growth mindsets who are now living wonderful, wonderful lives. And that could be you. If you go through the book, take it seriously, and then put the new knowledge that you learn into practice. And I'll also slip you a crisp hungy if you read the book.
Nice word.
Crisp hungy.
The $100 habit.
Now, I would like for you to talk about your book a little bit.
A little bit.
And then sell it.
How much time do we have?
About 15 minutes.
One of my clients, shout out to Adina. What's happening?
What's happening?
She said that book sucks.
The one you're going to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck.
You've read it too?
The book you're suggesting? You made me read it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I didn't read the whole thing.
I didn't make you read it.
You
man.
made me
That's not
read
exact. I said you should.
Kind of. Well, not in a bad way. Not in a bad. I don't mean it like held me down and read it to me. I'm not saying it in a bad way. But it was kind of like, hey,
Can
man,
you imagine?
No, that's my nightmare.
Tie you up in a chair and I do a dramatic reading
No.
of Rationality.
I've had enough of that. All right.
All right.
Tell us about the book.
This
and then
book's
sell us
harder
on
to
it.
sell. Just quick disclaimer. This book's harder to sell.
We'll find
All
out.
right. So there's a book. Oh, this is going to be brutal for me. Who am I selling it to?
You're selling it to someone who really needs it.
Okay.
You're selling it to me. Sell it to me. Old Kev.
Old Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm selling this to old Kevin. All right, old Kevin. You consider yourself really humble, right?
Maybe the most. I might be the most humble person you've ever met. Thank you for noticing.
This isn't gonna work if you can't be real.
All right, I'm gonna be real. Yes, I would. I like to consider myself humble. Yes.
Okay. So, do you think that you make really good decisions?
No, not always. No, I try to make the best decision I can, but I've definitely learned over time that I have some decisions I regret. Yeah.
Are you grateful for where you've ended up in life? Like, are you proud of the success you've achieved?
I've definitely made it further in some regards than I expected, but the way that made me feel was also different than I expected. So yeah, I would say I'm proud, but it didn't necessarily get me the results that I wanted.
Okay. What do you want in life? Do you want to live on the ocean one day? What's your dream?
I would love to have a beautiful home on a body of water, lake, probably lake. I'm not going to the ocean. Sharks. I've always been afraid of those things. Yeah, I would love a beautiful home on a body of water with my wife and my kitties and some land and abundance.
How much land?
Man, I don't know. I want 4-wheelers and dirt bikes. Like, I need 10 acres.
10 acres. Yeah.
I need 10 acres.
And I didn't know that before this conversation either. I kind of did. You want a movie theater too, right? I mean,
Of course.
You're going to have an indoor movie theater. Home gym.
Of course.
Home gym. What do you think that'll run you?
I mean, I don't really know. A lot of millions. Definitely millions. I'm guessing.
So, here we go. There's a transition to the sale. All right. So, to teach everyone, again, this is fun. The sales.
I would have already left. I'm like, dude, I'm shutting the door. Get off my property. You're freaking weird. Like, what are we doing? You gotta
The
go.
first part of all positive influence. Now, remember, this is positive influence. I had a client yesterday text me about just someone trying to
manipulation,
prey upon her. Yeah, terrible. So this is positive influence only, okay? So when we say sales, we mean positive influence. The first step is gather information. What do you value? It's not about what I care about. How do I connect this book to what Kevin cares about, right? Okay, so what if I told you, Kevin, that I have a book for you that will help you achieve all your goals and dreams by making intelligent choices consistently over time, and you'll be able to, if you take this book seriously and you're as humble as you say, now it's a hard book, so you're going to have to really read it a couple times. It's going to take some time.
Talking to me like I'm a child.
I know, I'm really screwing this up. but you're going to have to take notes and take it seriously. But if you're as humble as you say and you really want those things and you're not just saying it, this book will help you make incredibly positive, constructive choices towards your goals and dreams.
Next Level Nation, what is happening? If you've thought to yourself, I want to try coaching, but you don't really know where to start, group coaching would be a wonderful place for you. That's really why we created it in the first place. We start a new round every 90 days. So if you're hearing this, go to the website, nextleveluniverse.com, and we have the landing page where you can actually hold your spot right now. Even if there's a group going on right now, you can still lock your spot for the next one. The biggest thing that we've seen is as we get closer and closer to the date, unfortunately, some people end up missing. The group fills up and they can't do it, and then they end up regretting that. So please head over to the website. The link will be in the show notes, and we would love to see you there.
And the last question I would have for you is, do you know a lot of people who ended up really unhappy and didn't achieve their dreams?
Of course.
What percentage of people do you think do achieve their dreams? If you had to guess. Of the people that you know, they really are living their best life and they really did everything they really wanted to achieve, they really did achieve.
1%.
Okay. Do you want to be in that 1%?
100%.
Okay. The way that I would sell this book to Kevin is I would say, listen, there's a lot of Instagram quick fixes, 3 easy steps, and you're a bodybuilder. You know that there's no quick way to easy steps to a great physique, right?
Some celebrities have access to supplements that I'm against.
Okay.
But yes.
All right. You know that there's no quick fix without
yes. Without working.
Injecting drugs.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and you still got to work.
And you still have to put in the work. Okay. The same is true for achieving your dreams. And really what it comes down to is work ethic and working smart and hard. And so this book is going to make you so much smarter. It's called Rationality by Steven Pinker. Steven Pinker is a genius. And this book breaks down how to make effective decisions, how to make effective decisions in a way where your emotions won't get the best of you. And it really will help you stay on course, because ultimately that's what happens is we all drift, and this will make sure you don't drift. This will make sure you understand that you have cognitive biases and you have weaknesses and you have strengths, and this will help you stay on track towards your goals and dreams like a GPS that's guiding you all along the way.
Okay.
It's called Rationality.
There you go.
And it's all based on mathematics and the principles of effective decision making.
So this is the interesting thing. Alan was always going to be more successful than me because he thinks more rationally than I do. Would you say that's a fact? Or at least a strong trend?
When it comes to achievement, yeah. If it comes to relationships, I would say no.
Well, I was going to say that's kind of a different thing, and we've been able to really drive to 5 on that. But because I'm thinking, I don't know how many people would hear that and say, like, yeah, that's a book for me, necessarily. Just like I don't know how many people would hear what I said and say, yeah, that's a book for me.
No. More people would. You sold it very well.
Oh,
I realized when you did the thing, I was like, oh, he's better than me at that. I was going to open with, this guy's a genius. No one cares.
I think this is the truth. One of the reasons a lot of us aren't more successful is because we make emotional decisions that are based on short-term feelings, not long-term logic. This book is going to help you think logically, which is going to help you be more successful.
Nice.
You're already probably good at relationships. You're probably already really strong at relationships. You're probably pretty intuitive. You probably have a very high emotional intelligence, and that's amazing for people. But when it comes to the physical world, if you're not logical, it's really, really hard to get ahead because this world is set up in a logical way, not necessarily an emotional way.
Nice.
I think that would have helped me because I was very emotional. Even going back to the detached from the outcome, that episode, a lot of that was about logic versus emotion. In a way.
Yeah.
Logically, I did everything I possibly could, and now it's off my plate. Emotionally, I'm ruminating over, did I say the right thing? Should I follow up with that person? Should I text the person good morning, even though I've texted them 8 times and they never responded to me? I'm guilty of that in the past for sure.
This book will also give you more certainty and more self-belief, because what is self-belief? It's certainty that it'll work out for you. It's certainty in your own abilities. This will give you more certainty and self-belief for sure. You know those people who believe in themselves and they seem like they win at everything? What if you could be one of those people? That's what this book will help you do. Yeah.
It's good.
Dude, I had a moment right there. That was humble pie for me. You can sell way better. But it makes sense. How easy would it be for you to sell to you?
100%.
Dude, I could sell this thing to me in a heartbeat.
Of course. Yeah, there's just less of you.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's important to read books you don't like.
same.
I think it's very important, because if you like the book, you're probably already trending in that thing. You're probably already good at it. If you love books that are about organization, maybe you're already more organized. I would hate a book about organization, but that's what I need. I need a book about organization. I'm not super organized.
So there's the end. We got to jump. There it is. Everyone out there listening or watching this, if what you wanted was what you needed, you'd already have it. So if you resonated more with Kev's book, you got to read Rationality.
Definitely.
You don't have to do anything.
No,
obviously,
I don't.
Right? We believe in choice and freedom, of course.
It is a good. It is a powerful book. I haven't read the whole thing, but I very much understand the premises. Premises are a place. Premise, I think, is an idea. They spell it the same. Are they the same word? It's a powerful book.
Thank you. So thank you, as if I wrote it. Thank you so much for my book. No, if what you wanted was what you needed, you'd already have it. So if you resonated more with Kevin and Kevin's book, you should read Rationality. If you resonated more with me and my book, you should read Kevin's book. Yep. Emilia and I do that all the time. She always wants me to read these books that I don't want to read.
Yeah.
I'm not drawn to them. It's like, nah. For anyone with kids in the room, I apologize in advance. My brain's like, fuck that book.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's something your brain doesn't know it needs yet.
And then, yeah. But it always ends up being something really valuable. That's why the Conscious Couples has been so powerful for me, because I'm learning through her.
Right.
She studied all, and she's learning this stuff through me. So, yeah, constraint theory and chaos theory and game theory and rationality and org structure and all that kind of stuff. It's really powerful. But again, of course, you don't know what you don't know, and there's a whole unlock waiting for all of us on some of the books we don't want to read. I got to power through some books every now and then too, and it's really helped me to learn one of the books we read in book club by Lisa Feldman Barrett, it's How Emotions Are Made, and I hated it, but it's so valuable. It changed my life. You can hate a book and still have it change your life.
That's a really good. I read Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone, and I hated that book. And it didn't change my life.
You can also read books you hate that don't change your life.
I'll save you all. Yeah. I'll save you all however much it costs. One of the things was, if somebody doesn't want to buy something, just tell them they should. That was a chapter. That was one of the things. It's like, okay, yeah. Well, I never really thought of that before. I'm glad we did this. This was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was
a little bit different, but a fun episode nonetheless. 2 books worth purchasing for sure. There is Rationality by the one and only Steven Pinker, and Mindset by the one and only Carol Dweck.
You think everyone would leave book club if I picked this book?
Ooh, I think it would be a tough sell. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's heavy. I mean, it's heavy. It's a heavy book. It's written very intelligently. There's some words in there that I definitely was like, I kind of understand maybe where they're trying to go with this word, but I'm not sure I could use it in a sentence.
I aspire to. I'm gonna ask book club. I'm gonna see if they're game. You know?
I'm curious.
Like the people who come to book club regularly, I'm gonna poll them and see if they're game, because I think it'll be a hard one. I really do.
I think under the right circumstances, if you say, look, this is gonna be a challenge, and it's deep and it's heavy, but I think it's a really good opportunity for all of us. I mean, at least people know what to expect going in.
Agreed. They got through the Art of Impossible, so.
It's not that heavy though. Compared to
Rationality is the heaviest.
Compared to that book.
Algorithms to Live By and Rationality are probably two of the toughest reads ever.
It's worth it.
Yeah, Bianca was like, Rationality, I didn't understand a word. I got to buy it and take notes.
Same.
Yeah, she was like, screw that book.
Same.
But she's still reading it.
And screw Alan. If you found value in today's episode and you want to hear Alan and I do weird stuff and put each other under pressure, which was fun. That was very fun. Make sure you are subscribed. Really, you get an opportunity to get a little bit better every day, and we can be the ones in your pocket helping you do so. That's why we do an episode every single day. So please subscribe on your platform of choice, whether you're watching or listening. We appreciate it very much because it helps us help more amazing people like you.
And if you do not want to read either of those books and you want to get a coach who teaches you the stuff in the books and applies it directly to you, reach out. My link will be in the show notes.
Strong work. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And at NLU, we don't have fans. We have family. We will talk to you all tomorrow.
Keep on learning. Next Level Nation.